The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Treasure Coast Connector, connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show and online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses, it strengthens our local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, check out www.tcconnector.com. So it is summer. It's hot outside. Oh my goodness. This time of year causes a stinky situation when it comes to our trash and our recycling bins. And, you know, the smell is bad enough, but it can also attract bugs and other critters. Nobody wants that. Cleaning the bins, you know, it's not always easy until now. Joining me in the studio today is Paul Klay, and he is the founder of Trash Bin Revival Cleaning Services. He keeps your bins looking and smelling great, and his system is also good for the environment, too. He's here to share all the details with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're here. And, you know, before we start talking about, you know, what you do and the services and all of that, I'd like for you to just share with us why you wanted to start your business in the first place.
Well, again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
The main reason I wanted to start this business was I had 8+ years in the garbage industry, and I saw how filthy garbage was.
Mm-hmm.
And when COVID hit, one of the first groups of people that got really sick was all of us in the garbage industry, because we were dealing with all of the bacteria and the viruses from the garbage.
Yeah.
And so when I had the opportunity of moving down here to Florida, I'm originally from New York, and when my wife and I, my 3 boys, all moved down here to Florida, I had a conversation with my wife, and I said, what should we do? We have this opportunity to do something great for our new community that we're joining. And we decided, you know what, let's use the knowledge you have from the garbage industry and also working in the beer industry about helping people keep bins clean in their home, because it is one of the nastiest things you touch on a daily basis.
Yes, that is true. And Julie is your better half, dare I say better half?
Yes, she is definitely my better half.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then you have 3 boys?
Yes, my little boys.
You want to say a shout out?
Yes, hi Anthony, hi William, and hi Maximus. Those are my 3 little boys. They are just ecstatic about Daddy having his own business and not having to go do the trudge of the daily grind. So,
well, very good. Yeah, because you have a good work-life balance, which is really great, you and your wife and the boys. Okay, so now... So obviously no one wants like stinky garbage, but this is like a 2-part question. Why is cleaning or keeping the bins clean so important? And you have a really good blog on your website also. So I'd like for you to talk about the impact that not keeping our bins clean has on our oceans too.
Yes. So for the first part of the question, it is... The importance of keeping your bins clean is the fact that you are having a receptacle in your house or in your garage, right? That is going to be, you're putting stuff in it all the time. And that creates a very sticky and stinky situation.
Yeah.
It's not something that anybody really likes to do. It's a very mundane task. You know, usually when you tell the kids to put the garbage out, they're grumbling the entire way out the door. by keeping and maintaining our garbage bins, not only does your house stay cleaner and not attract pests to it, because you're allowing, when you have a stinky garbage bin, the bacteria that's growing in the food waste is attracting the bugs to your house.
Yeah.
And in that regard, that attracts the rodents to your house. So it's a multifold situation where you're constantly having to remediate more things because of your stinky garbage bin.
Yeah.
And also, when we have a clean bin, and I hear people complain that, oh, my garbage guy came and not all my garbage came out. Well, when your garbage can is sticky, your garbage can't slide out of the garbage can properly.
That never happened to me.
So, that being said, part of the problem is when we throw loose things into the garbage can, a loose cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee or a old food waste container that's non-recyclable, so you're throwing that in there and the ketchup gets in the bottom, that is something that is called leachate. It is a cornucopia of fluids that gets the bottom of your bin that is filled with bacteria, filled with viruses. You think about it. You throw your tissues after you have a cold virus.
Sure.
Well, those viruses are now in the garbage can, and that's all getting mixed together. And like in the garbage industry, we used to call this hopper juice. And so now the garbage man comes. The garbage man dumps your garbage can. That fluid is now dripping down out of the can. Sometimes it gets onto the ground. Sometimes it gets into the truck.
Yeah.
And, that, and if you have anything loose, now that is going into the environment, whether it's the local community that you're living in.
Beautiful estuary.
Yes.
The Indian River Lagoon is a unique, if you haven't learned about this. So your service is actually going to be impactful in a good way on our Indian River Lagoon.
Yes. And because I said, when the garbage truck comes and dumps your bins, not all of it comes out. Now they're banging the crap out of the garbage can, which is causing destruction to the garbage can, let alone.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's also allowing that loose litter to get dispersed into the environment, which all, the old saying was, all roads led to Rome. Well, every aspect of our lives leads to the ocean. And so we have all these little canals and estuaries and the river. It all leads out to the ocean. And when we get to go onto the beach, sometimes we go onto the beach, we see the garbage washing up on the shore, and they're little tiny pieces of garbage. Yeah. And that impacts the marine life. Right now it's sea turtle nesting season. Yeah. The babies are going to be coming out soon.
I want to introduce you to Krista of Coastal Connections. We're going to talk about that after the show, because this is a good thing that you brought up. But the other thing is, the other thing you were saying about the interior, our garbage can, like the garbage can in my kitchen. So thank you, because my bins outside, my neighbors, I'm the envy of my block now. I just want you to know.
It's good to know.
Yes.
It's good to know.
And but they can call you as well. Yep. But if you have a couple of tips for our inside kitchen garbage, what can we do to make our lives easier to keep that clean?
The first thing I would say is don't overstuff your kitchen garbage. So where you're constantly having to force down the garbage, because when you do that, that tears the garbage bag.
Okay.
And now all those fluids from your meat and your cooking and all that food waste, that leachate is leaching to the bottom of your bin, which causes a stinky situation in your own house. And the last thing you want when you have friends and family coming over is to have a stinky garbage bin.
Yeah.
So my few tips are, one, don't overstuff your garbage bags. And when you do take your garbage out, make sure it is cinched tight. Okay. That will help negate the flies being able to get into the garbage bag and stop the maggots from growing.
Thank you. Okay, so Cindy is not having lunch later after this episode. I just want you to know she was going to go out to eat after. She's not doing that now, but that's okay, Paul. It's okay.
Oh, don't worry. When you work in the garbage industry, you'll eat no matter what.
Yeah.
Yep, it happens. And another thing is just just like every other part of your house, you wipe down the counters, you clean the bathroom toilet, you clean the sink. Taking a little bit of soap and water into your bathroom garbage cans or your kitchen and wiping it down, making sure it's clean every time you take out the bag, it helps negate the risk of contaminating other things. Because when you touch the garbage, you're touching your door handles. You're touching your cabinets to get new garbage back.
Well, not me, because my husband does that job.
Oh, your husband does it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now what I want to make sure we do, because we're not ready for a commercial break yet, but I know that the people that are watching see the graphic with your contact information, but for the iHeartRadio people, the podcasters, how do they get in touch with you?
So I have multiple ways. I'm on social media, which is Trash Bin Revival, that's my Facebook page. And I also have a website called tbrcleaning.com. And when you go to the website, it has everything there from the services that I provide to the blogs that Ellen has brought up. I have multiple blogs on between the ripple effect on what happens to our environment to how I take care of my customers and so on and so forth. And you can also give me a call anytime, 518-929-5655. That's my cell phone.
Okay, but we're going to repeat that one more time. Mr. New York, and you're from upstate New York. I just want people to understand, I'm a reformed downstater on Long Island, but you're the nice New Yorker. He's the upstate. But the phone number again, please.
Okay, one more time, 518-929-5655.
Very good. I just wanted people to understand because we have had some New Yorkers move here since COVID, and they're not always the nice ones, but you're a nice one.
You know, when I take care of my customers, I try to do my very best to treat them like family. Yeah. Because
it's
ultimately,
a family business,
it's a family business. My boys always tell me they can't wait to the day that they can work with their daddy in this business.
Because the youngest one is 2, the oldest one is, 8?
Is going to be 8 in August.
Aww,
They're growing up quick, but they're having a good time enjoying the beach and enjoying this beautiful Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's, again, another reason starting this business is I want to help keep my new community clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we're going to take a very quick break, but Paul has a lot more to discuss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. Tree trimming is serious business. Don't let the other guys botch the job. Call Scott Tree Services. We're fully insured, fully credentialed. Don't get nervous. Call Scott Tree Services.
Hey you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens, Hollywood, and Kingsley Bait. We specialize in fire bits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a super summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been speaking with Paul Klay of trash bin revival cleaning services. And, you know, it's a stinky job. Someone has to do it, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about this jokingly before the show, that there's, you know, a couple of different types of people. Okay. So there's like my husband. Okay. You know, he has a long enough honey-do list. Okay. However, you know, he's a little bit older, right? So I'm thinking about the seniors in our community that, you know what, they shouldn't be doing this. And a lot of them are cleaning their bins incorrectly. Okay. And I know you know that. I already told you my husband is a bleacher. Okay. Not really good. Then there are other people that are busy. They're younger. They're like you, but they're busy. You're busy too, but they value their family time. So it's like outsource things. Don't try to do everything. This is a great service to outsource because not only can you clean things more efficiently, the life of the bins, right, last longer.
Yep.
But you're environmentally friendly. So if you could go into more detail about this, please.
Well, going to senior citizens in that regard, the last thing somebody wants to do is to be climbing into their bins and trying to get everything cleaned out. So as a service, when we clean your bins, we are making sure that everything's cleaned out and taken away. And the wastewater, this is the environmental part.
Thank you.
The wastewater gets collected. It doesn't get dumped on the ground, because what's the point of me cleaning your bins and just dumping the wastewater on the ground, which I'm trying to negate?
Yeah,
right?
that's what my husband does, not realizing.
And I don't blame people for that, because they're like, hey, listen, I just want to hose it out, you get the maggots out and call it a day. And that being said,
Cindy loves when you say that, by the way.
That's it. And even for the younger generation, my generation, you know, everybody's got, you know, if you got kids, you're bringing them to soccer games, baseball games, whatever it might be. Yeah. The last thing you want to do on your free time is clean a stinky garbage bin. And, I
mean, I'm sure there's things you outsource as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It all gets outsourced to my wife.
Okay. Julie, I'm gonna email you a list of really nice restaurants you have your pick from. You're going to dinner this weekend.
Yeah, right. No, that was all a joke, honey. Don't worry. But anyways, when you have a stinky garbage bin, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, this is the last thing I want to be doing. And that's, the service doesn't require you to even be at home.
Okay, good. So we're going to morph into this. Explain how it all works, okay? And anything else you want to mention about the services that you provide,
So there's multiple services that we provide. We provide a one-time cleaning service. We also have a monthly cleaning service where I come by every month, make sure your bins are taken care of. I also have bi-monthly and quarterly. So depending on your amount of garbage that you might not live here full time. You might only be a seasonal individual that's only here for 6 months. I don't want to sign up for monthly. I don't want to sign up for, two times is good enough for me while I'm here.
Yeah.
And because in the garbage industry, we had people that, I had a little old lady that had a 95-gallon garbage can, and she had one little grocery bag worth of garbage in it every week. Other people, it's overflowing.
If it's a huge family, they might want the monthly or every other month.
I'm a family of 5. I clean my bins on a monthly basis. And so when I come to your house, I make sure that, one, I do it on the day your garbage gets picked up and recycling. So that way your bins are empty. They don't have any debris. If any debris is left over, I'm collecting that debris and I'm bagging it up and I'm taking it away with me. And then, so I come to your house, I clean your bins, I spray them inside and out. Everything gets squared away. And we take care of the wastewater so it doesn't get on the ground. And you get the peace of mind of knowing that, listen, there is Nothing. I don't have to do anything. And at the end of the service, I make sure I bring your cans either up to the side of your house, wherever you leave them, or up to your garage. So that way, if you're not home, you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm home, or I have to move the garbage cans because the garbage truck knocked it over or whatever it might be. Right? There's so many different variables every time you come home from seeing the garbage company. So at least you know when I'm coming to clean it, your bins are going to be up at the house when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I really like that. And so what I want to make sure, again, for the second half is to give your contact information to everyone.
Yep. So again, my phone number is 518-929-5655. I slowed down for you on that one.
Thank you.
And then I also have tbrcleaning.com. There is a contact form you can use, or if you go to the website's price and plannings page, you can just fill out your information on any of the services you want. Click send, boom, it gets you signed up, just as easy as that. And then I also have, I forgot my email, it's tbrevival@gmail.com. If you are uncomfortable with making a phone call or you can't, you can always shoot me a text or an email.
Yeah, and I liked when I told you that I wanted to sign up for the quarterly, right? And if we feel like we need it more often, we can always, upgrade. But it was all done online. You sent me a thing and a link, and I filled out my information. I was able to. You sent me an invoice. I paid it online. Super easy, and I liked that a lot. And then when you came to the house, my husband was watching you from the window. Okay.
I know.
At first, right? At first, he was like, "Oh, I don't really think that I can do this, right?" And I'm like, "What?" He uses too much bleach. It's not good for the bins. Very stinky. And then when he was watching you, he liked your whole operation and how you did it and how efficient. And then he was smiling when he looked. I'm like, so what do you think? And after you left, he was actually really happy about it because it's one less thing for him to do.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I do a 3-step process when it comes to cleaning the bins. First, I spray it down with a biodegradable cleaner. It's healthy for the environment. It doesn't have any harsh chemicals in it, but it leaves your bin smelling citrus fresh at the end. And so I spray down the bins and I let it soak because this cleaner actually breaks down the leftover garbage residue in your bins. And then I clean it out with a pressure washer. All the wastewater is at the bottom of the bin. I dump it, make sure everything gets cleaned out. And then I do another inspection to make sure that everything's good. And if I see any trouble spots, I spray it down with the cleaner again, and I make sure I hit it again. Because the last thing I want is for somebody to get a service that they're not happy with. I want them to make sure that when we're finished, they have superb bins that, again, will allow for refuse pickup to be so much simpler for the garbage man. It'll go more efficiently. And so that means everybody else's garbage gets picked up more efficiently down the road because the garbage man's not worried about trying to bang the garbage out of your sticky situation.
Yeah, I know. That is so true. Now, the area that you cover, because she's giving us 2 minutes. You have 60 seconds to tell us.
60 seconds. So I service both Indian River County and St. Lucie County. I go all the way down to southern part of Port St. Lucie. Okay. And I go far as north as of right now, all the way up to Sebastian.
Very nice. That's a huge area.
Well, you know what? Where people want the service, that's where I go.
Right.
I'm not hesitant of saying, "Oh, you're too far," or this or that. Hey, listen, you want my services? I'm gonna get you there. And so that's the areas we cover. And again, we just have this mentality of if we can. My company's slogan is keeping our community healthy, one bin at a time.
I like that. Very nice.
And that's really what it's about, is about providing a service that will give you a cleaner environment for everybody.
Yeah, and I have to say that, when I opened the door to my carport, the whole carport smelled good. It was really, really nice. So I appreciate that. So we have to wrap up the show. It goes by very fast, but thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, because I know that there's going to be the senior community and the young ones too. Everybody has a reason for using you and decreasing the honeydew list. So all the wives out there, Paul Klay, he's going to be your best friend now. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. So thank you for being here. And for everyone listening and watching, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope everyone has a safe, wonderful, productive week. And until next week, I miss you already.